Peace and Black Power family. Welcome to another episode of Get This Wisdom Live. We are so excited to be back with you all after our brief hiatus and to come back ready to go, ready to get it. So we're starting off our RBG weekend celebration event. And for those of you who don't know about RGB weekend, you're really missing out on something beautiful. Our African family members congregate for that's basically what it is. Come together and fellowship down there in Fort Worth, Texas in August, and you get recharged, you get rebooted, and all that beautiful stuff. So, we're excited to be a part of this event. Get This Wisdom. The brand will be in attendance, but tonight it's all about the coordinators, I should say. We have all powerful Baba Amin from the Uhuru Academy, and we'll have the God Supreme Ra joining us in a little bit. So, without further ado, we'd like to bring on Baba Amin. Baba, are you there? Peace, Baba. Can you hear me? We're seeing what's going on with Baba Amin really quickly. We'll be getting him on here soon. Until then, I would just like to, shout out Baba Amin for what all that he's doing with the Uhuru Academy and Lone Star RBG. It's definitely powerful works, and we're excited to be involved in that. So we definitely congratulate the brothers and the sisters down there in Fort Worth doing their thing, and doing the righteous works that it takes necessary to liberate Africans. So we're definitely excited for what's about to come, and I know that Baba, when he gets on, he's gonna drop some jewels. So I'm just excited. I really am, and it's gonna be a good time. So many Africans in one place, so many beautiful people in the same area. It's a beautiful time. So we're definitely grateful and thankful for the opportunity. Peace. Can you hear me? Yes, I can hear you now, Baba. I had a little technical difficulty there, but I'm excited to be on with you. It's definitely an honor. Without further ado, I'll go into a proper introduction of tonight's show. You know, so peace and Black Power family. Thank you for joining us. We're back from a brief hiatus with Get This Wisdom Live, and we decided to, start it off ready to go, ready to get it in. And what we're doing tonight is we're kicking off our week long celebration of the RBG weekend event down in Fort Worth, Texas, and it's crazy. The Get This Wisdom brand will be in attendance this year, and the beautiful Baba Amin from Uhuru Academy. He's very pivotal in putting the event school, and we're honored to have him on with us tonight. Also, Supreme Ra will be and I'm so honored. Every time I get to talk to you, Baba, I get to getting all giddy, learn some good. So before we go any further, do you mind giving the viewers a little bit of your background and history, please?
Koyo Ojo of the Uhuru Academy. That's Fort Worth's first and only African-centered private school. I've been an independent African-centered educator for over 26 years, though, working in our community for various programs, various companies, various schools, until we finally decided that instead of putting band-aids on bullet wounds, we need to get out here and deal with the problem, deal with our issues full time. Also a member of Lone Star RBG, national spokesman for RBG Nation. Also the founder of Temple of New African Unity, which is a spiritual center where our only religion is Black together. Been working again with my people for over 26 years. I'm a proud husband, father of 8 beautiful children. I'm most proud of that. And looking forward to RBG Weekend 2017. This is year 6. And, I'm just going to go out on a limb and just say it. This is the #1 RBG event on the planet, as far as I'm concerned. And the relationships at RBG Weekend, the networking, the businesses, the opportunity to lift each other up, keep each other encouraged, hold each other accountable is off the chain. I'm blessed to be a part of it.
And yes. I've been hearing about it for the last few years myself, and I'm up here in Detroit, and I'm like, that's just something beautiful, something special to have all those beautiful Africans in one area, just loving each other and sharing and coming together in that fellowship and that kinship with one another. You know, it, we don't have that too much anymore. So for the RBG weekend event to be happening, is this not a third year?
This is our 6th year.
6?
Yeah,
Par
this is number 6. Right?
itself.
Yeah, this is number 6. And Preem will give the history when he comes on.
Hey,
He's a lot
awesome.
better than me, but when we founded it, it was just RBG Day. And we held it at a park here in Fort Worth with families that had come together through Lone Star Temple of New African Unity. The park, man, and we called it RBG Day. And you had Pan Africans there, you had Muslims there, you had African centered Christians there, Moors there, and from there it grew, It worked out on social media. So year 2, we invited everybody, come on in, and people who we've known on social media. Family came, and it's grown every year. And for conferences each year. We do our RBG Awards each year, concert, cookout. We love to open the doors for artists. We love to bring like new young scholars down and workers who are boots on the ground down and give them an opportunity to fellowship and meet the people. It's kind of like our pilgrimages, RBGs. It's not about the drama. It's not about the mess. RBG Weekend is where you come, just chill and be with your people. The people are the stars at RBG Weekend. And those of us here and those abroad now too, they come in just to serve food to Black people, just to entertain people. We just it's about serving our people. That's what RBG is all
Mm, definitely. So I know you said that the God Supreme Ra, when he comes on, he's gonna give us history.
Yeah,
But
storming down here. He's got caught up in the storm. So as
yeah,
soon as he gets in from the storm, he'll be on.
indeed. So can you tell us what do you excites you the most about the event? What do you look forward to seeing the most?
I look forward to meeting new faces. That's probably the most exciting part about it is just meeting new faces, meeting young Africans who are thirsty for the knowledge, thirsty to get involved in strategy. A lot of times, we can get the information. You can get the information on YouTube. You can get the information, through various media outlets. But then it's like a now what moment that you have. What do I do? Where are the organizations? What can I join? How do I get started? So the exciting part for me is meeting young Africans who want to get involved and are looking for strategies to organize and empower their community, and this is a place to come and get some of those strategies to take back with you. This is a place where the New Black Panther Party can recruit, NBuff can recruit, N Cobra can centers can recruit. It's like you was coming in looking for truth. So if you got boots on the ground organization and y'all trying to grow, come and grow your movement.
It's a movement within itself, but I definitely, I'm honored that all these different schools of thought can come together, and if they want to have that moment of outreach, grow their separate organizations. I'm definitely happy that that opportunity is. I am a 5%er, and in our nation we go by the babies are the greatest, and that I'm pretty sure that's a general thought consensus across the
That's
board.
right.
So
That's
how
right.
children so how are they enjoying the RBG weekend? What programs are set up for the children, the youth at the weekend celebration?
Well, definitely the concert cookout is youth oriented. That's all about the babies. I mean, we have a good time, but the children are going to be able to enjoy. I don't know if we're going to have the horses out. We might have, because it's Texas, we might have the horses out this year. Definitely have houses and a lot of fun. On the education side, well, on the fitness side, Baba Amin, his Young Power program, will be working the youth out on Saturday morning, so the youth will have opportunity to work out. But we be intertwined education in that as well. So with the workout, they also going to learn some entrepreneurship, learn some African history, that sort of thing, and kind of get to know each other. And that whole Saturday is a family day. We would love though to organize a youth. It's just for the youth that puts even more emphasis on youth as a part of RBG Family Weekend. And perhaps that's something we'll look at for year 7 because we're not stopping. But this year we're going to definitely have on Saturday morning before the cookout, we're going to have a youth workout and vision development session. So that's going to be a lot of fun as well.
Indeed, family, you heard that, bring the babies. You don't have no excuse. It's not about finding a babysitter. Bring the babies, let the babies meet their family. If it ain't about the babies, it ain't popping. So don't worry about a babysitter, none of that. You got plenty of brothers and sisters down there. If you got to step away, that'll, take care of the children. And we're just going to do it up. We're all about family.
Work it out the past 5 years, people, put the children together, and if you have like an older youth or whatever, if it's an event that's like the awards, and awards. We have people that team up and babysit each other's babies. It works out. It works out. You always got, you always got the brother and sister that don't even get down with the hip hop part that's gonna be back in the room or at the house anyway. So it always works out.
And can you tell us a little bit about the I know that's something a lot of our brothers and sisters really look forward to, and it's that Friday. Tell us.
That Friday night we have the RBG Awards. This is our third year doing the RBG Awards, and that's when we award those who've been putting it down with that RBG bound, and for media, we award for we give it the Distinguished Elder Award every year. So we're definitely gonna have that on Friday night. Prima will be putting out the nomination, should be this week or next week, so the people can vote on it. And the award's a lot of fun, man. We had Dead Prayers come through last year. This year we're going back to the underground, and because we don't. I love the names, but that ain't really what RBG Weekend is about. It's about the people. We want the people with the big names to come, but we really want to showcase boots on the ground, grassroots, who got next, those who are struggling to get an audience, that need an audience. That's who, and that we see out here grinding, trying to find that audience. That's who we really want to highlight at RBG. And see a lot more of that this year at the RBG Awards. And Prima does a great job setting up the lineup, the live performances. It's gonna be off the chain. And we only use black-owned venues. So, all of our locations are black-owned and operated. It's gonna be off the chain. It's gonna be a lot of fun this year. A lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm so excited. I'm over here. Yes. Because I got to see a couple of video clips from last year's ceremony, and I'm like, now this is what it's about. You coming around doing the grassroots work, the underground people, however you want to call them, and they getting that acknowledgement, because we don't take the time to give our people their roses and their flowers while they're alive, but we want to boo-hoo while they gone. So why shouldn't we put ourselves in that position, in that state of mind, to celebrate them while they're here for their work, while they're doing the work? So I definitely commend you all on that. And I wanted to ask you, what role is Baba Amin playing in the ceremony? Are you speaking? Are you teaching? Are you just there to love on your brothers and sisters? What's going on, Baba?
Now, are you talking about with the award specifically, or the whole thing?
The whole weekend.
Well, I've always been one of the chief organizers of the weekend, as far as securing locations, as far as, helping being an accountability partner to everybody involved. I've been organizing in Fort Worth for a long time, so I have access, and, I know a lot of involved behind the scenes, but as far as on stage, you're gonna see me all the time. At the awards, not only will I be emceeing, but I'll be rocking the mic too. Me and the Queen gonna get up there and do our thing. We perform every year, and it's live. The cookout. I'll co-MC along with Supreme Ra. Say some words of wisdom. Might perform again too. I don't know. It just depends on which way the wind is. But the ancestors are talking that day. And then on that Sunday, we're gonna have for people push out, those who can stay until at least 3 p.m. on Sunday. At 11 a.m. that day, we have temple, and that's when I will actually deliver a speech or a lecture. But prior to that, I'm gonna have my hip hop hat on, my MCing hat on, my put out fires, my fireman's hat on, that sort of thing. Just having a great time out in there.
Yeah, I'm so excited. When Baba Amin get to talking, it is pretty much a wrap, because he gives you everything, but he gives you it in a way that is definitely relatable to you. You don't walk away from a moment or a session or a build with Baba Amin without feeling like, this family right here, this is my uncle, this,
He was thanks. We just try to honor the ancestors when we speak, and try to spark that greatness that's already in the
Indeed, indeed. So what are your hopes for the people that are doing it for the first time? What do you want them to take away with the experience?
I want, first and foremost, I want people to take back power. I want them to go home feeling empowered to implement what we believe, to make manifest what we believe. I go back home not feeling like they have to be pro-black in a corner or just pro-black on Facebook or just express themselves when massa ain't looking. You know, I want them to go back with strategies, you know, on the ground. And I see videos of them doing of the after school program setting up, Saturday school setting up. I want to see posts where people say, yeah, we just took our babies out of the public school system for good. We gonna work it out. You know, I want to see businesses get started. You know, we look, and over the past few years, you've had schools pop up as a direct result of the influence of RBG Family Weekend, like the Asase Academy in Memphis. Jamila Heyman came down from Chicago, had worked in the school system in Chicago for during the 20 years. She came to our ACE conference, went back home, cashed in the pension, out in the country, decided to move to Memphis and open her own school. Those are the type of stories that we want coming out of RBG Family Weekend. Keontae Washington out of South Carolina, Columbia, South Carolina, came to RBG Family Weekend and went home and founded the Uhuru Academy at sea. Brother Mente and Sister Aset in Memphis went home and started Smooth Living, which they just upgraded their restaurant. You know, Variant and Chief X in Cali started his own herbal supplement business, and he's having great stories. You know, marriages. We met at RBG Family Weekend. RBG Family Weekends, and new families have formed. So when we hear that a king and a queen have hooked up and they're doing well as was that RBG Weekend, those are the stories that we want. So really, what I look at is real, tangible change working throughout the community as a result.
Indeed, indeed.
You
Can
still
you?
there, sister?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. I'm just sitting over here absorbing because
Yeah.
um I look around the country and we have a lot of African people in this country, a lot of powerful brothers and sisters that are doing the work, that come together and do that work of love. But we get burnt out, we get a
Yes.
little tired.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
It is nothing like coming together with your family to that reboost, that okay, this is why I do it for, this is why I fight every
Yeah.
day, this is why I don't give up. So we definitely we the work.
Yeah, and that's a big part of it. You know, to let people know, man, you're not alone. Like coming for word next, we right next to Dallas. There's been a conscious community here for some decades, you know. But what about the brother or sister that lives in Boise, or the brother and sister that's in Tyler? You know what I'm saying? In places, smaller places that don't traditionally have progressive movements there for Black people. You know, this is an event where you come, you realize you are not alone. There are no big eyes or little U's. You are responsible for fighting for your own liberation. You know, and yes, it can be frustrating, it can be tiring, but we need time to where we can kind of come together and give each other a boost. And that's what it's about. And don't get me wrong, because Black folks is Black folks. You know, we have people come here, make friends, then they start beefing all of a sudden. You know, we have people come here, make friends, and the relationship doesn't work out. That's life. That's a part of it. But our thing is, are you still going home fighting for the liberation of your feet? You might leave RBG Weekend and say, "Oh, I can't stand Baba Amin." But as long as you still love Black people, I'm cool because I'm Black people. So as long as you still love Black people and you going home and you fighting for Black people, you know, like my favorite thing is when people come and say they ain't doing it right. I can't stand what they doing, because then I want them to go home and show us how to do it better. Only thing worse, the only thing better than one event to go to where we all love on each other is two events to go to where we love on each other. Only thing better than an African Center school being in Fort Worth is African school being in your city, other city, regardless of why you're doing it. As long as you're getting the work done, we'll work the conflict out as we go. You know, my pet peeve is when the work stops as a result of conflict. RBG Weekend is about holding each other accountable to the work. Go home and put in the work.
Mm, that's right. The work don't stop. So why
No,
should we? It's a everyday fight in this war. It's a every
yeah,
hour fight. It's a every minute fight. It's a every second fight in this
yeah,
war. So while you coming together, to get together with your family and party, we all like to party. We all need to let our hair loose and just know for that small moment in time we
yeah.
can relax. But take that energy that you have collected and harnessed from your family and the weekend event and take that back into your community. Stand
That's right.
strong with it. Stand proud with it because
Yeah,
the devils are I like to call it a white inferiority complex.
yeah.
We give them so much power that we feel weak at moments, as opposed to really understanding how powerful Africans are. So,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, this gives us that
And what
reminder.
tends to happen is that when you become aware now, because of the circumstances of many of our lives, we still have to survive. You know, you have many of us who still have to work jobs to survive. There's still an aspect of your life where you're feeding this country or feeding a white company your energy, your talent, your strength, and you've linked it to your survival. And what we want to do in our movement is to help empower each other to break those links, to ultimately be able to break those links, get us to the point to where we will tie to becoming independent. We'll buy land together. We'll invest in businesses together. But first, we have to learn how to build productive relationships with one another. That's a skill. So RBG Family Weekend is an opportunity to do that, and it's a way for the RBG movement to show our commitment. Make no mistake, we don't compromise what we believe in. Africanness or as African nationalists. However, that we have more in common with other schools of thought than we have different, and that we all have a common enemy that's bearing down on us, and we common areas. So we have to learn how to be diplomats with one another, how to honor one another, how to look out for one another's children, and look up one day and you got a black community where everybody's aware in the community. You got a roster next door, a RBG on the other side, a Moor across the street, a Nation of Islam right there. But one thing we know, everybody on the street got a black God and gonna do what they got to do to protect their family when things go down. So that's the attitude that we try to get out there with RBG Family.
So
But wait now.
so moving going into the staying in the realm, I should say, of and having that collective love. I want you to speak briefly on, if you don't mind, the Uhuru Academy, because I know that the Uhuru Academy is doing some big, big things. I'm watching, I'm observing, and I'm excited. You know, I'm really, really just blown away by the establishment that has been created down there in Texas with the Uhuru Academy. So you go into that realm of discussion for a little bit and tell us
But
about the school.
we like to say at the Uhuru Academy, we're a small school that does big things. We're not in a sprawling, multi-million-dollar campus. That's like and part of my goal, or part of the reason why I'm grateful to the ancestors, is that I've learned on this journey that it doesn't have to look. You got a lot of things that look fancy, you know what I'm saying? But it ain't no.
Malia.
McDonald's look fancy. It's a billion of them. They all over the world, but ain't no substance in the food. And our approach to African-centered education has been substance first, quality over quantity. So we've been able to establish relationships within our community and outside of our community. We get tremendous support from outside of Texas that has enabled us to build an independent African-centered school model that we feel like could be copied in other cities by working class people. Academy. Not only are we African-centered, we're vision development based. We're about preparing our global citizens. We're about preparing our children to achieve their goals. We don't just teach our babies to dream, we teach our babies to plan. We're about science, math. We're about agricultural science, health, nutrition, the whole nine. And we have to be creative every year to make sure we get in as much of those things as possible. And if it wasn't for community partners coming on board and volunteering and helping us, we wouldn't have been able to do it. We're proud that we've had our first college graduate this year. There was a Uhuru Academy graduate. She actually graduated from graduated from high school at 16 and graduated from junior college at 18 when her peers in public school were graduating from high school. We have an adult education program called Operation Reconnect, and that whole goal is to reconnect people to entrepreneurial opportunities. We give you the opportunity to earn your high school diploma through us. That's been a very successful program for us. We also have just launched our adult Africans online. Many adults want to learn our story. We didn't get it in school, and so we've seen the consciousness online and maybe on YouTube, but we still don't know the story, And so we offer the story. So you can go to uhuruacademy.com for that. We're about to on Saturday school for those who want their children to be involved with the Uhuru Academy, but you're not here. We'll be doing an online Saturday school very soon. So it's been a family affair. The Uhuru Academy, Lone Star RBG has been instrumental. The Temple of New African Unity has been instrumental. RBG Nation has been instrumental, and the Christian community here in Fort Worth has been very supportive. Nation of Islam has been very supportive. We've had Moorish supporters. We're a Pan-Africanist, Universalist school. We have children in our school from every school of thought, and we respect everyone's culture inside the school. It is amazing how multicultural we are with people that are not Black. We go to work with non-Blacks. We go to the store, stand in line with non-Blacks. We do all kinds of stuff with non-Blacks. But we're afraid to get with Africans who have a different aspect of the culture than we do. We think that we can't build institutions together if we think differently. But you can go sit in an institution on my
It's dead. I don't have a charger.
And do whatever it is you
It's been dead since last night.
Inside that institution. So Uhuru bucks that tree. And we want to go around the country
I'm
and
kind
teach
of
other
tired of
Africans
asking
how to
people to
buck
use
that
their
tree
stuff.
and bring your community together.
And I'm in the middle of a show. I'm on mute.
Okay.
So what was the inspiration to develop the Saturday school class for the babies that are in the area so they can have the knowledge as well?
Just really speaking with parents from outside of the state, speaking from parents with parents in other cities, even cities that are right here in the Metroplex but are 45 minutes away, that want their children to be exposed to African-centered education, but don't have an African-centered school in the area. We said, well, you know what? Be a partner and deprogramming your children at the end of the week. Let us be a partner in making sure that your children are learning.
Yes.
They're learning, that we're reinforcing. You have another institution reinforcing the African-centered values that you would like your children to have. So that was the inspiration for the online Saturday school, as well as having the technology at our disposal. We have the software to do it. My wife and I are in a place to maintain it, and so it's something that we want to do. And we're in the business of education, and we want to give parents opportunity to invest in their child's education as much as possible. Understand that public school is an investment. When you send them to public school to be lied to, you're paying for that with your tax dollars. It's not free. It's an investment. So what are we willing to invest, right, to empower our children, to increase the success rate of our children? So the Saturday school is just another means for us to spread our wings and do that. And it's another component that we want to train other institutions to do as well.
And wonderful. So, are there any plans in store, or has there been any discussions about expanding the Uhuru Academy to different cities and states across the country?
Absolutely. We actually have an Uhuru Academy in Columbia, South Carolina. And that family has been running that. They just finished their second year. So we've actually begun to expand, starting with the South Carolina school. Then we have a group in Little Rock, right now, about expanding to Little
What's
Rock,
wrong?
which is really cool because that's where the historic Little
Fries?
Rock 9 case
I'll get
came
you some from the
That's where
store when I'm done with the radio,
integration
okay?
was first implemented. So it'd be great to go that way.
Girl, you better stop.
We will undo the damage. So we're actually talking to a group in Little Rock as well. And again, we operate on a very low tuition. It's like 1/3 of the national average. We do get donations coming in, but we're gonna have to really, really be creative and step our resources up to build our administrative aspect of our school to be able to really spread our wings like that. So we're looking at different ways to invest. We're looking at bond packages going into foreign exchange markets and investing on behalf of the school. My sister, who is our business manager, she's working on a new corporate structure for the school that will enable us to bring in more funds, so we'll be able to expand and create jobs for people and actually. And when someone opens a Uhuru Academy, we can provide them with the type of support that they need. So it's work involved, but it's definitely in the works.
Definitely. I know we needed the Uhuru Academy up here in Detroit. The system is abysmal. It's next to nothing at this point. You know, we have 208 weed dispensaries here in Detroit alone, but we only have 100 public schools, with them closing 28 this year and another 30 in 2018. The schools are already overcrowded. There are already 30 plus children in each classroom, so you can only imagine how that's going to be. And they're putting the children in schools that are so far away from home. They're having to catch the bus if the parents don't have a transportation. And it's you do have your unsafe parts of the city, like anywhere. For one, I say close them all. Close what we have to do. Let us stop being lazy and take accountability for our children's education. Period.
Well, and the thing is, either close them all or let the people take them over.
That's right.
And allow the people to take them over. What I encourage people to do, and what I had to do a serious research of my city. What do we already have? Because I didn't have a building. I didn't have a budget when I started the Uhuru Academy. So I had to find an ally with a building. I had to find allies that'll help me get school supplies in, desks, chairs. I had to find
Malia, come here.
Allies. We're gonna all wear dashikis and red, black, and green. You know what I'm saying? So I had to learn how to articulate our vision and our message in a universal type way, so I could win. School starts. So once you start you talk to the families, the mission is the
Michaela, please, sweetheart.
But in Detroit and in other cities, it's time to have a real assessment. Look, man, where are we? What are we sitting on? You know what I'm saying? And evaluate whether or not, okay, is this a place we need to be for self, or is it time for another migration? Like us migrating from the south because into the north, and it's about getting into the community and starting to have those conversations, and that's why it's important to have a universal. Because you gotta get past those ideological barriers and say, man, we both hungry. Let's talk about how we're going to eat. You know what I'm saying? Let's not debate whether or not God came in the person masked for Muhammad. Let's debate on how we're going to get a sandwich.
Definitely.
You know.
we got some real discussions that need to take. And we're getting caught up in a lot of the stuff that isn't even. Oh, I'm more black than you are. My afro is bigger than yours. You know, I'm more conscious than you.
And my response is always cool to double my efforts.
That's right. If you more conscious.
You. Like I told you, man, you can't teach. I'm finna show you how it's done. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna watch.
That's right. Let's sit back. Let you do your part. You know.
Man, do your thing. I'm gonna copy off you. I mean, what? Good. You know. Let's get it.
Indeed. You know, some of the people. You know, I love all my African brothers and sisters, but we got some work we need.
I'm sorry, you cut off for me a little bit.
Excellent work we got to do as African brothers and sisters, you know, to remain focused and grounded in the righteousness of our ancestors and do the work that's necessary. You know, social media have you think the conscious community is completely screwed up and that it's dead, but the social media aspect of it, the conscious community is very alive on the work necessary. So
man, I don't know anything alive that don't have problems.
Michaela, I have a surprise for you.
That's mine that don't have problems at the same time. If somebody can find them, I like to see them. You know, I mean, you know, like they got a white college that's been over 100
I have a surprise for you.
Rich college.
Came in the mail. Your
package. Bring in $1 billion.
I think that's your bike.
Bring in $1 billion this year.
Go get the box.
And what we have to stop falling into our sunken place because we have issues. We have to stop. We have to stop. We have to heal from being ashamed and out of action. Stole some money from somebody, or somebody cheated on somebody. Look, y'all, that's going to happen. If we have a nation of our own, you think we're going to eradicate all lies before we can have a nation of our own? We're giving ourselves standards that no other people in the world have to have in order to establish a nation. I remember when people say, you know, we talk about what white folks are killing us. Look what we're doing to ourselves. What people don't kill their own people? And I'm not saying, you know, and I'm not saying it's cool. It's not cool. It's horrible. But do we have to eradicate all black on black violence before we deserve justice? Why we have to be the first people on the planet Earth to not have any problem to get something done? Such and such cheated on such and such. That's messed up, and we're gonna deal with that. But that don't mean we're not gonna have an outreach program, does it? That don't mean that the babies gotta pay. So we can't have a rites of passage program because such and such told somebody a bogus sovereignty package. Selling bogus sovereignty package. Justified for not going to no meeting. Now I'm justified for not getting out here patronizing black businesses because I found some corruption inside the conscious community. See, I might as well go back. No, you want to go back. You don't want to be a part of it. Because where you going back to, there's drama there too.
Come here.
So no one promised you a trauma-free existence when you gain knowledge of self. No one promised.
Why are you acting like this?
The way I was taught was that this
would you like to go to jail today?
Came with a responsibility to teach it to our people, to act on it, to live by African-centered values as you can. Does that mean we're gonna all not make mistakes? It doesn't. No, it don't work like that.
I will be your
It is supposed to teach us how to forgive one another. It's supposed to teach us how to communicate with one another.
I was saying,
and what happens is that we fall back on mentally dead tactics.
I will tell the postman to come get it. You understand that?
Inside of the so-called
you want your bike to go back?
So it's queen, king. I know king when we vibe, king. But then when somebody crosses you, you think it's okay to go back to the other way. Oh,
Because
she
you
a
don't want
bitch,
to be
nigga,
right.
nigga, bitch, nigga. You was
I was
king
going to
and
go to
queen
the store and
yesterday.
get you something
See,
when
when
I'm
that
done with
becomes
this
a part
radio
of your
show.
core way because someone has wronged you.
You see that?
Matter of fact, this
You see that
information is
person?
to arm you and to teach you how to
They can
deal
hear
with
you
it
being
when
naughty.
somebody wrongs you within the movement without losing the
They
substance
can hear
and
you
the
downstairs
the
being
goals
naughty. Is
and the
that what you
work
want for people to
that the
hear you?
movement comes with.
Will be
I hope
good,
that
please.
makes sense.
Thank you.
And that's kind of where we fall short.
I go apologize. Indeed, Baba. So, what can we do as the sisters? From your male perspective, what can the African women do to help add on to make nation elevate so we don't get lost in the sauce, because the sisters are everywhere. We're trying our hardest to be that support system and that backbone to our men. We're trying our hardest to be there, but we're emotional and sometimes we get a little bit lost too. And we need that direction from our brothers. So what can the sisters do?
I usually defer that question to the nearest sister. However, from a man's from my perspective and from what I've learned and what I've observed, the hardest things that we had are the things that I've observed maintaining a sisterhood. Sisters maintaining rites of passage programs for little girls. And I think that a part of that is that inside the movement or whatever, the focus has always been so much on fixing the black man. Fix the black man. We need for the boys. We need programs for black. In the meantime, black girls used and going through a hell that even most black boys don't even go through. We need to build this around
Let
the
this
girl.
person
Build
see you
this for the
acting
girl.
naughty.
Everyone's focusing on the black man, which is in a way of
I'll find it when I'm done, okay?
And black woman is somehow unfazed, and just waiting on us to wake up. And that's not necessarily the case. And I don't think that we offer the sovereignty that women need, that sisters need, in order to handle y'all's problems and issues that are unique to women. We need to allow women or get out of the way so women sells more within the movement. Both men and women need to focus more on African-centered values and less on the white man and less on police brutality and less on. See, we come together as a reaction. We want to fight police brutality. I'm hurt because this happened to me, and this racism, and I'm hurt, and but the driving force of us needs to be the core values we are adopting that make our life better. I don't drink no more. That's why I'm here. I'm here because I want healthy relationships, a healthy relationship with myself. I want to learn how to forgive. I want to learn how to communicate more effectively with one another. And we focus that part. And we think because we studied Doc Ben and because we got the information or we got our 120s, that's changed our core values. And that's not the case. The core values, that takes work. You got to acknowledge that you need to change. And I think sisters, looking at those core values, a lot of stuff could be avoided off top.
No, thank you.
The requirement for men to show and prove certain things before we go to a certain place.
When I go to the store?
It's monetary things. I'm talking about emotional things. I'm talking about mental
you want your stuff.
things
Just
as well.
calm down for
As
mommy, okay?
To me,
Thank
getting
you,
up, getting out, and getting it, regardless of how much you're getting, the belief in getting up, getting out, and getting it is a must-have. He didn't bring back much, but he left to bring it back. He out there bringing something. That's a must-have. And sisters being able to communicate with one another. There's certain things that y'all can talk about being in a room when it happens. So building strong sisterhoods, across ideological lines, you know, being able to tell a younger sister that's not as experienced, pull up coat and say, hey, I've been down that street. Let me tell you what's on that street. And then the younger sister's taking on an African value of humility that has to come with it. That says, big sis just told me she been down this street. So I'm not going on this street. And if I do go down the street, I'm going to go down to it. Big sister has a flashlight. So I'm gonna like, sis, it went down like this. Look, this is what. Boom, you ready? Boom. And when we need that, but what we have right now amongst a lot of the brothers and the sisters, your older brothers tell the younger brothers, man, don't exploit queens. Don't go this way. Don't go that way. And the younger brothers like, y'all just old. Y'all ain't, man, y'all don't know what y'all talking about, man. I'm doing this, and you and I can levitate. Nigga, I'm Jack now, nigga. Hematite crystal in my pocket. What can you tell me, you know? And then you got on the sister side, I've witnessed older sisters pulling young sisters' coat. You know, y'all don't know what y'all talking about. Y'all just don't see. And so we have to build those relationships, but adopt those core values that says, hey, I'm in a village, and in a village, there's a structure, and I must honor that structure in order to be a part of the village. That's what I gotta say on that. Nothing wrong with the black woman and what's right with the black woman. Y'all say that right now. For black women, is gonna come from black women. Black women are the solution for black women. The sisters are the solution for the sisters. It ain't the brothers. It ain't us. We're our solution. You know, the brothers are the solution for the brothers. The sisters are the solution for the sisters. And then we automatically, by nature, complement one another when we bring that balance into the
And indeed, forgive me, my little baby is crying. So definitely, we do have to be accountable for one another. Me as an original woman or African woman, I don't feel like it's my place to step into a brotherhood and try to tell the brothers how to be brothers. How could I tell a man how to be a man? You know what I'm saying? On that, but that's not my place. My energy. That's where we need to go with if we're going to heal not only individually but collectively. So what is your wish for brotherhood? You know, I see the brothers doing their thing, but what is your ultimate wish for the brotherhood? What do you see happening in that arena?
I push work. I push the work. I feel like true brotherhood is formed through work, goals, and what we're building. I think that many of us are accustomed to building brotherhoods based on what we have in common. We ought to hang out together. He a computer nerd, I'm a computer nerd. We ought to hang out together. And I don't feel like that's going to unify us. I think that if we base our relationships in the movement more on what we want to build for our families and our communities, and less on who drinks the same kind of beer as I do, you know what I'm saying? We would have more lasting relationships. It would take more than one argument. You know, if me and a brother, for example, Lone Star RBG, we built Uhuru Academy together. We've done outreach in the community together. We've built institutions that have exemplified unity together. Because we have but I need to know and you brother, because the collective is built around this work. If we build more on the right, centered more around building our communities, protect our health and wellness, and become more accountability partners to one another, you know, brotherhood, defeating, beating this cracker to the future. That's what we build in the brotherhood on. Expanding our skill set. That's what you build brotherhoods around. And if, as long as we out here working for them folks, giving them folks 60 hours a week, and then we get a brotherhood hour, it ain't, you know what I'm saying? It's not gonna grow. We have to actively be working each other off these jobs, actively investing with one another, you know, but that comes once the relationship is built, that relationship around some type of work. So that's what I want to see with the brotherhood, that we learn how to define it. Relationship that in defining work, not something you have in order to pay your big work, something that you yearn to build in the future, you know, and for your family.
And
Those are my
i-
brothers.
indeed, brother, can you hear me?
I hear you.
Okay, because we're having a little technical difficulty right now, but I can hear you still. Uh, my next question would be, we have some we have to handle amongst one another, and I want to get your thoughts on the disrespect of our master teachers and our elders by some of the people in this community.
But you know, it to the Islam, uh, but time that ain't everybody, mostly everybody, and the attention that we give it in my classroom, students, I just take it and I don't give it back. That's what oversee. We're in this, and I oversee somebody is smart, confident. That doesn't mean it, just because somebody can some comedic languages does not mean that they have a white trick
You have
value
to
to
wait,
eat.
sweetheart. We
They're
just
no
talked
longer
about that.
deceived. You know what I'm saying? Don't because all comes out knowing that you must sound like I'm a leader. I'm this, I'm that. And show their heat when they slip and show I don't know everything. I'm
This
leaving to, I'm of the person that I'm not black people make me cheat. I better not show myself. I recognize in my old friends and we got it together. I'm not
Tyler.
pretending like I have our advice. I used to just step out here floating
The
in
show is
off
messing up.
floating in off of a cluster. Then when you let out me to a Messiah,
The show is messing up.
that's the point. When you set up like that, I leave it be. I leave it disrespectful student in intent they do. And if we learn how to set in the put possible things that you're doing, other than that, you get no attention. But forget all the attention to people, get more views than respect for people. And if YouTube and I get more views, but I'm trying to from the monetization, but I need to shock you if I don't watch because you're still look at the drama. So you have exactly what they doing. When to shock you because you do years ago. It's not enough of us getting so, but I have no beef for those who engage in my beefing for this. You know what I'm saying? to sleep. People are afraid and locked down. But all out of food. So as long as we make out of food, we have foolish leadership. It's just yeah, system. So while I'm back in, I just want to that, you know, study. Don't take any outlook. You come back for Dr. King's more singular, personal. Check everything. Check on live shows you can rewrite. If you can't read, don't need to be listening. Open to read and teach. And you need to I ain't being building up the skills you have as the hustle. Or use you in the misleading responsibility.
Yeah. Peace, Baba. We seem to have gotten a real bad connection. We can hear you,
Okay.
but it's distorted at this. So I'm striving to correct the situation so that people can hear you clearly.
Okay.
Because we hear you, but
You hear me now?
we can hear you, but it sounds very distorted. And I want the people to be able to hear this. So just give me 1 second. And trying to see if it's my connection.
It's a microphone.
Um, how can you hear me? Am I coming through clear?
Clear.
Okay, let me see what's going on your end. 1 second.
Might be mine. Let me go to my
Mm-hmm. Okay. If not, we might need you to call back. Well, link back in with us so the people can hear you.
all right. Can you hear me now?
And
Am
it's
I still this?
distorted, Baba. 1 second.
Okay. To my phone. Let me switch to my phone.
Malia.
Think that I'm coming in like that.
Malia, come here. Yes, Michaela. You got to wait. Now be patient, please.
Oh,
Calm down now. You want this team to hear you? Hmm?
1 second.
Malia! I will take you outside to get wet, but you're going to act naughty. Wait till I'm done, okay, please?
Switch to my phone here. I got y'all. Just one sec. Not cooperating. Just message me the email, the call.
Okay, 1 second.
Uh, the email to invite me.
Let me see. Get up here.
I just messaged your email to have my hangouts open on.
Yeah, because I'm thinking it's a something going on with the Google Hangouts because it's sounding like an internal problem. 1 second. Okay, the email. This Google is really the Google Hangouts is really having some issues right now. Let's see. Okay, here invite. Um, I'm sending you a invite.
All right.
Can you give me your email really quickly?
Okay. I put it in messages. I can give it to you.
Okay.
It's Baba dot Amin AMIN dot OJUOK at Gmail.
Okay. Goodness. Okay. Gmail.com. All right. I see your face right here. And the invite has been sent. Oh, let's see if you got it. It's hot. I'm going outside to get wet. Okay, let's try it now, Baba. It's a lot better, but you're still a tad distorted, but it's a lot better.
Okay.
So what I think we should do now, speak one more time, Baba. Let me see how clear you are.
Okay. Like how?
Oh yeah, it's still distorted. So what I'm thinking right now, so we don't miss out on these jewels, is I think that we've had a hour and 10 minutes worth of airtime. Do you think we can get you back on tomorrow with Supreme Ra? Is that uh okay, wonderful, wonderful. Because you've already opened up and dropped so many jewels, and I don't want the family to miss out on anything. This is a powerful time for us, and we want to get as much coverage and feedback on what's going down in Texas, not only with the RBG weekend event, but also with the Uhuru Academy. So we're just gonna get ready to wrap up tonight's show. But before we go, I wanna thank you to Baba for coming on despite our technical difficulties, and also let the family know this is a week long celebration. So we're coming just about every day with some heavy hitters to speak about the event, their experiences, what they expect from the event, what they have going on with their personal brands, and so on and so forth. So definitely tune in to this episode because before it went haywire, Baba was getting crazy. Tomorrow, when Baba Amin will retire with the God Supreme Ra, who is stuck in traffic down in Texas due to some weather issues. So we're gonna keep it going. This is not stopping. We celebrating all week long. This is I'm so honored, Baba. I know you distorted right now, but thank you so much. And we definitely are grateful and appreciative of everything that you do. And we're excited to have you on for part 2 tomorrow. And yeah, we can barely hear you, Baba, but I know you're sending your love to the Africans. I know you're sending all that. Indeed, Baba. We got all the love for you over here at Get This Wisdom Live, and we're excited to keep this celebration going. So, peace and black power to you, Baba. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Thank you, family, for tuning in. Definitely tune in tomorrow. We got some more jewels for you. Peace and black power. Okay. Love you.
Can we go downstairs and see the prizes in the mirror?
1 second, beautiful. Papa cooking some food.
This rice is in the milk. Let's go downstairs and see my rice is in the milk box.
Oh. I'm trying to see something. I thought so.
Mommy. Mommy.
Hmm.
I want my prize.
Cause I gotta get ready. What what are you sick today?
Mommy. 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 I want my prize. Mommy.
Girl, I need you to chill for a second.
Not being my best friend. Mommy. Mommy.